again. He was very close to it when he was first wrapped up and then continued to spin.
Remember, Don Anderson has called 2 timeouts already. He has 1 left.
You see the time left. The Bullpups really have to make a stand right here, then do something with the punt, either run it back or block it. Lean dives down short again. He's not taking any chances. Clancy Welsh there to secure the tackle. The Saxons may just do the same thing one more time, and then we'll see if Prep uses the timeout before the punt. Otherwise, the Bullpups would be inside of a minute before they'd get the football.
Ferris, I don't think is in the spot on the field, Todd, where they'll take the delay penalty, where they'll let the clock run all the way down. I don't think they want to give up those 5 yards when they go ahead and kick it.
Now, what do you think about the earlier decision not to go for a tying field goal? Lean carries it. Will the Bullpups call time or not?
Yeah.
Yes, they're going to use it. 1:29 showing on the clock, and it'll be punt formation time for Ferris. How big a decision does that one not to try to tie it up earlier become now?
Well, yeah, you're right. 4th down.
It's always easy to second guess from upstairs. As Woody Hayes once said, hindsight is 20/20.
Sure. And I know Don was thinking that even if they didn't get it on 1st down, that his defense would get his offense the football in good field position, and they did that. Prep had the ball right around midfield but failed to move it.
Don't forget, exciting football action continues tomorrow on your sports station with the game of the year for all the bragging rights in the state of Washington. The Washington Huskies and the Washington State Cougars from Martin Stadium in Pullman, the 1988 Apple Cup. Pre-game festivities start at 3:30, kickoff at 4. We'll have all the action for you, including the presentation of the trophy, plus any possible postseason announcements, which would ensue in the locker rooms after the game. We'll have all that for you. And don't forget, if you want to find out what the Cougars will do against the Huskies, Dennis Erickson will have all the X's and O's for you. The inside story on Cougar Football 88. And that comes to you tomorrow morning at 10:30 on your sports station. .129 showing on the clock. You see Pat Pfeifer coming off.
Now we'll see if
he knows he is close to, but not out of the woods yet.
We'll see if Lean can keep it away from Genoway.
Gores signals fair catch and takes it at the 44-yard line. So Gonzaga Prep 56 yards away. A field goal ties it. A touchdown wins it. Bullpups will hurry it. They have 1 timeout left. Let's see what they do. Go to the wide split. Branson in motion. Hoskins double teamed. Pederson now with time will put it up for grabs. Intercepted by Brandon Clark. He's down inside the 5. His knee touched. And Ferris has the football with 1:12 showing on the clock.
But it's not over, Todd, because he's backed up right on the goal line. Pederson looked like Doug Flutie a few years ago against Miami. Watch him. He scrambles around. He lets his men get as deep as possible. It took 2 people to pick up Hoskins. Pederson is just going to let it fly. This is all he has. He throws it as far as he can.
Good distance, but It was over everybody. Sestero, you see, trying to get to it along with Byrd, and Brandon Clark playing deepest, made the grab, fell down at the 1-yard line. If you're Pat Pfeifer, do you take the safety and kick the ball away?
Now, that's an option. If you, well, I don't know.
Clock is running.
I think
53 seconds left. Prep has no timeouts left.
Well, they stopped it for some reason.
The Bullpups all pointing at the clock, and the clock should not have been started.
Change of possession, the clock does not start until the team snaps the football. Lean is a big enough kid, Todd, and I think Pat McCann, the center, and Green and Genoway, the guards, have been doing a good enough job that I would let him keep it at least once, try to dig himself out of that hole before I took the safety.
Lean dives over once. They'll only have to snap the ball one more time, and this game will be over. . We are about to see perhaps the biggest upset between two GSL teams in a long, long time. The Ferris Saxons close to ending a 13-game losing streak to the Gonzaga Prep Bullpups. This will be the final play of the game. Dan Lean is clear of the end zone. There will be no safety. The clock does not stop. And you watch the Ferris Saxons celebrate as they move to the state semifinals. Prep will not go to the King Bowl for the first time in 4 years. The Ferris kids are attacking the goalpost at the south end of the stadium as the Saxons have moved to the state semifinals, upsetting Gonzaga Prep, holding the Bullpups to their lowest point total of the year, and avenging a 41-0 defeat earlier this season. As we set off the top of the show, this was a Ferris team that has improved a great deal since that loss. They showed they were for real with the victory over Richland, the Big Nine champions. And tonight, they come out and shut down Gonzaga Prep. Ferris didn't have a lot of offense after the touchdown. Prep got one TD and was unable to do a whole lot else. Turnovers killed the Bullpups several times. We're going to go to a commercial and try to get an interview with Ferris head coach Pat Pfeifer as the Saxons move to the semis with a win over Prep. Ferris knocks off Gonzaga Prep by a score of 10-7. Rich Waltz with Ferris head coach Pat Pfeifer.
There can't be a happier man in the place than this guy. Hey, the script worked in the first half. It worked in the second half. Congratulations.
The kids played a great game. They did the job they had to do. They didn't try and do something else. You know, they did their job. They stayed in their area. They got the one long touchdown run because they blocked the guys that were assigned to that man. They did a good job, and we didn't. So I'm very proud of them.
Defense bent, but it did not break. It broke once for that 59-yard run. Were you surprised that Ferris went for it on fourth down and didn't try to kick the tying field goal?
Well, we're Ferris. You mean Gonzaga?
Or Gonzaga?
Yeah. No, I wasn't surprised. I had a gut feeling they were going to do what they did. So it didn't surprise me either way.
You talked about it coming into the game tonight, Doug Burktail, and he was a factor. Boy, he drilled that one.
He's a great kid. He kicked all the kickoffs into the end zone except the one. He got that down there by the one and kicked the winning field goal. And when he goes out there, I don't worry.
Was it hard to prepare? Was it easier to prepare getting beat by these guys 41-0? Because you could see the films and say, here's what we did wrong. They didn't have a chance to do that because everything they did went right.
We didn't watch the films.
Really?
Well, we just played the football game. We made a plan up, and we went out and executed it.
You're going to watch the films of this one?
You bet. Many times.
All right, Coach, congratulations. Hey, we'll see you back here next week at 1:30.
You bet. We'll be here.
All
guaranteed.
Righty. All right, go join your team. I know you got to be happy.
Thank you.
Hey, happy guy. Big, huge upset. Not since 1975 has Ferris beat Gonzaga Prep. That ends tonight, Todd. And they're one game away from the King Bowl.
Thank you very much, Rich Waltz. The Ferris Saxons, as Rich said, looking for a chance to get to the King Bowl. That'll happen next week. We'll be back to wrap up tonight's game from Albee Stadium after this timeout.